Today in this video, we went all the way from the Igbo community to bring you the top 20 richest Igbo billionaires in 2025. Starting this list of wealth at number 20 is Linus Ifejika Williams, better known as B-Lord. He is the founder and CEO of the renowned company B-Lord Group of Companies that has many other subsidiaries. Hailing all the way from Umuji Ebenebe in Awka North Local Government Area of Anambra State as the first son among 7 siblings, B-Lord has a very rough childhood, growing up in poverty with too many mouths to feed. However, seeing his family condition, he developed an unquenchable hunger and determination to change their lives, and so he quickly took himself out of there. He left his family at the age of 17 to hustle for them, and with lots of elbow grease, he started making millions by age 20. He studied computer science in school, which was a major tool as he ventured into the crypto world. Today, his company has many other subsidiaries to it, such as the B-Lord Bitcoin, B-Lord Gadget Store, B-Lord Luxury, Billpoint, and many others. He married his long-time girlfriend, and they have 2 beautiful kids together. Parked in his garage are a fleet of expensive cars, such as a Lamborghini Urus, Mercedes-Benz GLE 450, 2020 Toyota Hilux, a Range Rover Evoque, among many others. He owns several luxurious mansions across Nigeria, in Lagos, Abuja, his hometown, and others. He has a mouth-dropping net worth of $30 million. Moving on to the next Odogu with a spray at number 19 is Pascal Chibuike Okechukwu, popularly known as Cubana Chief Priest. He is one of the biggest nightlife entertainers in the country. He's also a businessman, a show promoter, restaurateur, and more. Hailing all the way from Imo State and working hard to attain grace because the grass was not always greener on his side of the field. Pascal was born and raised in Umuhu, Okabia in Imo State, Nigeria, from a very humble background. His father was just a shoemaker at Aba, and in a bid to start making money, he left their hometown and joined his father in Aba in making shoes. Amazingly, that business bagged him his first ever million. During the period, he pushed himself through school and attended the Federal Polytechnic at Nekede, Owerri. And when things started getting better for him, he added a degree for himself at the European American University and currently has a doctorate degree in the science of event and luxury hospitality management. Prior, however, he had always been into the music and entertainment industry. So when an opportunity arose, he grabbed it and didn't let go. His big break into the heart of the entertainment business came while working with Obi Cubana, another hospitality business mogul, rising to the position of the general manager and co-director of the Cubana Group of Hotels, which opened him to the opportunity of meeting the likes of Davido and even forming a friendship bond. Now he has amassed a reputation for himself and owns the club Shrine at Owerri, and is a great entertainer known for his lavish display of wealth and spraying of money, which got him in trouble with EFCC back in 2022, where he was charged with naira abuse. Cubana Chief Priest has in his fleet of cars a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Range Rover Sport, Geely X7, G-Wagon, just to mention a few. Not to mention his luxurious house all over the country in places like Owerri, Imo, Lagos, Abuja, and others. He is married to Angel Gold, a boss of her own, and they have 2 sons together. He has an astonishing net worth of $52 million. At number 18 is one queen among the kings, Linda Ifeoba Ikeji. Not a new name, but rather a famous blogger who started when information was not at all a click away. She was born in a state at Nkwere in Olu Zone, Imo State, where she is also originally from. As the second child, things were very rough for the young blogger, although she started writing from the very early age of 10. When in school, Linda was not focused on dreams and passion, but did anything to help her family. She worked as a model, waitress, and any job to help the house. One day, she wrote on the blog about herself and saw how many people engaged with her content. Soon, she decided to start writing about herself, but when she found a hot trend and wrote about it, that was the beginning of how people relied on her blog for information. Her blog is now a very renowned blog in Africa. Companies like GT Bank and Globacom pay 1 million naira monthly, not to mention her estimated channel revenue, which is said to bring in a minor of 72 million naira monthly. Besides other foreign ads which she runs that brings her above $1,000 daily, she has banked enough wealth that could last her a lifetime, and which obviously pays for her everyday baby girl lifestyle, owning one of the most luxurious mansions in Banana Island and another in London, where she mostly stays with her adorable son. Although she's a single mother, and in her pretty garage are top cars like a Bentley Mulsanne, Range Rover Autobiography, Range Rover Sport, and many others. She has a jaw-dropping net worth of $60 million. Moving to another money farmer is Uzoma Dozie, son of the renowned father of then Diamond Bank and a financial advocate himself, hailing all the way from Owerri, Imo State. Although he was born and raised partly in London, UK, Uzoma has indeed become a man after his father's heart, making a remarkable impact in the financial sector. As the first of 5 sons, he can't deny not feeling the pressure to follow in the footsteps of his father's standards, but his passion has also been invested in technology. So after furthering his studies all the way to the master's level in business administration, so he can take over the family business, he made the merger between Access Bank and Diamond Bank after succeeding his father and introduced modern technology into it while also maintaining the fundamentals of the company. Uzoma also made a name for himself outside the family business. He founded his own company called Sparkle, another financial firm that deals with the retail sector, providing a suitable blend between lifestyle and business all on your mobile device, investing majorly in technology to make banking smarter and easier. He's also an advocate of women's world banking and often speaks at various events and conferences. He has had so many accomplishments which are visible in his material wealth, such as a Range Rover Sport, BMW X's, Mercedes-Benz, just to mention a few. With a luxurious mansion in Lagos, Nigeria, another in London, and all over, he has a lavish net worth of $75 million. All the way from Nkpo Mbadike in Nnewi South Local Government Area of Anambra State at number 16 is Cletus Uzoezie Oragwa. This founder of Zenko Group of Companies was born from a humble background to the wealth we see today. Having afforded his basic foundational education to secondary school level, he began working in Computer Village in Ikeja since he couldn't afford a tertiary education. And from phones and gadget seller, he bagged a huge deal with Technophones, the partnership that made him a billionaire. And after tasting the telecommunication wealth, he started his own company, Zenko Communications Limited, which further strengthened his partnership with Techno. Eventually, he opened other Zenko companies such as Zenko Properties, Zenko Oil Industry, Consumer Goods, and many others. With great wealth comes great partnerships. During his mother's burial, he had prominent men grace the occasion to show their support. The likes of Obi Kubana, Davido, KC, Cubana Chief Priest, and others were present, contributing over 6 billion naira for the burial and over 1,000 cows. Wow, truly, money speaks, and so does his. The award-winning billionaire has parked in his garage of his exquisite mansions, Rolls-Royce Phantom, Range Rover Autobiography, Bentley Continental GT, G-Wagon, among others. The wealthy billionaire has a staggering net worth of $77 million. Next on the list is the newly married billionaire Joseph Eze Okafor Jr., better known as Joey Zaza, from Ekulobia, Anambra State, and the CEO of Jesco Oil. Taking after his father, Joseph Eze Okafor Sr., he was born to the billionaire father, one of the wealthiest men in Igbo land and chairman of Jesco Oil and Gas. Already born into money, Joey Zaza had some of the best education and best of everything growing up, attending purely private schools from his primary stage and graduating from one of the most prestigious schools in the country, Madonna University, Okija. Of course, since money was just an object, he furthered his education at the United Kingdom. With all his academic achievements, Joey Zaza would have been fine starting the new career path for himself. But as the eldest son and having a multi-billionaire company in need of an heir, he passed the hardship into becoming the new CEO of the company after his father handed the business, and he changed the name to Jesco, with Z being the only significant difference between the company's name. But as the well-trained child that he is, he didn't disappoint his family and has kept his father's legacy growing. In fact, he added modern spice for it to run efficiently, while also enjoying all the luxurious life that comes with it, flying around in a private jet and giving himself a Lamborghini Aventador worth 150 million naira, which is just a small dust of his money well. He also owns other top expensive cars such as a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a Bentley, a Range Rover Sport, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, among many other top cars. He owns one of the most luxurious mansions in Chevron Drive, Lekki, Lagos, but he likes to live a rather simple lifestyle. However, his money is too much to hide. His net worth is estimated at a mouth-watering $82 million. Next on the list is entertainment and nightlife king Obi Kubana, born Obinna Ihiegbu, but popularly known as Obi Kubana, another billionaire from Oba, a community in Idemili South Local Government Area of Anambra State. Ladies, it seems that Anambra has all the money well. Obi Kubana, as we know him, is a businessman, entertainer, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and the CEO of the Kubana Group of Companies that has catered for the welfare of many celebrities, not to mention the nightlife parties that have always been a showstopper. He got a degree at Nsukka in political science, and while he was in university, he did many minimal jobs and had small businesses which paid his bills, enough for him to save for his future. After school, he moved to Abuja and worked in the hospitality business. He was also into interior decoration and other side hustles just to foot the bill. And surely his hard work paid off when he was contracted to do interior renovations for a senator's mansion, a job opportunity that became a major breakthrough for him. Soon he founded his first club called the Biza Club at Abuja in 2006, and after attaining great success, he established the Cubana Group, a company that deals with hospitality and entertainment. His first establishment was at Owerri, but today he is nationwide. And of course, behind every successful man, there is a woman, who in this case is his longtime sweetheart and wife, Ebele Ihegbu, who is also the director of Cubana Homes, and they have 4 boys together. Today, being one of the most influential business moguls in the country, with a luxurious mansion packed to the state-of-the-art interior decor finishing, Obi Kubana has spread in success into the luxury lifestyle he enjoys, having in his garage a Mercedes-Benz Maybach S580 formatic car, which is also bulletproof, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Range Rover, besides many others. He also owns various mansions in places like Abuja, Lagos, his hometown in Anambra, among many other places. Expect nothing short of the billionaire, who bought over 340 cows, 72 goats, and plenty of rams for his mother's burial. Well, his net worth is at a whopping $96 million. Next is the famously called Arab Money, Emeka Okonkwo, but as we love to call him, E-Money, from Uli, Anambra State. He's one of the youngest billionaires in Nigeria with a senior bank account, serving as an investor, business tycoon, and CEO of 5-Star Music. But majority of his wealth he gets from oil and gas and also shipping. E-Money was born and raised in Ajegunle, Lagos State, from a very humble beginning where he was feeding from hand to mouth, and having taken enough, he channeled all the hardships into making money. Starting from small beginnings, he evolved and inevitably met with great success and accomplishments. Although the younger brother to the famous singer KC, E-Money sponsored his brother's musical career from the start on other stars like Arisong and Skibi. But unlike his brother, he chose a more homely lifestyle and married his wife Juliet in 2003, and they have 3 boys currently. He went from barely surviving to becoming one of the richest men in Nigeria. He owns a lavish mansion in Omole Estate, Ikeja, Lagos, not to mention the estate he has in his hometown. E-Money is also known to be quite generous, showering his staff with expensive gifts, all in appreciation for their services. While driving an expensive fleet of cars, he owns a Rolls-Royce, 2 Mercedes Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 519 CDI minibus, Lexus LS 570, just to mention a few. He's also said to own a private jet, among other assets. E-Money sits at number 13 spot with an astonishing net worth of $100 million. Moving on to ABC, not the alphabet, but the renowned money well, Ambrose Bryant Chukweloka Ojako, chairman and co-founder of Seplat, is at number 12 on our list, all the way from, yes, you guessed it again, Umochima Uli in Anambra State again. This Igbo money miner was born in Calabar, Cross River State, and had his primary and secondary education in the state of origin, Anambra. He now moved back to his place of birth and earned a degree in medicine as one of the best in his class, with many honors and leadership positions, even as a student back in the university. Eventually, he began practicing medicine as a general surgeon at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. His specialization upgraded him to other fields, and he became a member of the WACS, the West African College Surgeon, as a subspecialist in orthopedic and trauma surgery. Revealing his entrepreneurial side, his company, Sheba Exploration and Production Company, SCPC, co-founded Seplat after partnering with Platform Petroleum Limited, making him the chairman, a position he maintained for nearly 10 years. The Seplat company deals with oil and gas exploration and production in Niger Delta. He also maintained many directorial roles, such as the chairman of Zebra Energy Limited, CEO of Ordec, Sheba, and many others, which explains his large income revenue that makes him a world-class billionaire that flies in his own private jet and has a multi-million-dollar estate, while driving in his fleet of luxury cars, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, among many other top cars, also having a delectable net worth of $430 million. Next is the former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. Son of the soil, he served as a governor. Mr. Rochas spent his early life in Ogboko, Idiatal South, in Imo State, but unlike his current status, Rochas grew up in poverty and hardship. He moved to Jos, where he did his secondary school before obtaining a degree in public administration at the renowned University of Jos, eventually mastering there as well. At a young age, he began with business to support himself through school and life. He was working on the streets of Jos at 19 while schooling, and with limited staffing of another school, he became the proprietor of that school at just 23 after his secondary days. Soon, he began a trade in cement business in Boko, Benue State. He knew how to make opportunities out of hardships, and his genius nature soon took him to the top, leading to his political career, first as the president of Nigeria Red Cross Society, then founder and pro-chancellor African Business School, with others eventually serving as the commissioner of the Federal Character Commission and a member of the National Constitutional Conference. Then after a failed attempt at Imo State governorship, he re-strategized and won. Despite his many legal issues with the law over fraud allegations, the ambitious politician has proven time and time again that giving up should not be an option. The result, which can be seen in his lavish estates, flying in his private jets, owning many multi-millionaire mansions, and has been driven in his top executive cars such as a Lexus LS 570, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, Toyota Land Cruiser, just to list a few, with a staggering net worth of $550 million. Alright guys, we are halfway down our list. Please do well to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. At number 10, we have the famous lawmaker Emmanuel Nnamdi Uba, or Andy Uba, from Uga in the Agwata local government area of Anambra State. He was said to have studied at Concordia University in the USA, but there have been rumors that the school has denied graduating him, but accepting that he indeed got admission. Well, while he was in the USA, he was advocating strongly for an independent Nigeria, and he lived from the military reign into a presidential reign. Upon his return back into the country, he was chosen by President Olusegun Obasanjo as his right-hand man and special assistant on special duties and domestic affairs. Soon, he started to venture into politics himself. In 2007, he was elected as the governor of Anambra State, but the election was challenged by the former governor and now presidential aspirant Peter Obi, stating how he still had 3 years of his reign as governor, which the court took to consideration and nullified the governorship of Andy Uba. He later joined the Labour Party Congress to run for Anambra State governorship, but later changed back to PDP for reasons best known to his political aspirations. However, in 2011, he won the senatorial seats for the Anambra South Senatorial District. His academic qualifications were suspected to be forged, including his WAEC, but no legal actions were taken against the billionaire, so he maintains his wealth and political status evident in his fleet of luxury cars such as a Mercedes-Benz S550, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, Mercedes Maybach S-Class, among others, with a jaw-dropping net worth of $600 million. Next on the list is the well-respected Pascal Gabriel Dozier from Owerri, Imo State. He is the founder of Diamond Bank and the chairman of Pan Atlantic University. Born and raised in Owerri into a Catholic household and having all his primary and secondary education in Catholic schools, he moved to London and studied economics, earning a degree in it as well. Adding to his qualifications, he studied operational research and industrial engineering and mastering in administrative science. He started working while there in the UK in his field and also lecturing part-time. He moved to Uganda, where he was a consulting economist at the African State Consulting Organization. Subsequently, he moved back to Nigeria, where he launched his first company, the African Development Consulting Group, ADCG, working with the likes of Nestle, Pfizer, and others. He started and got hired in CBN to conduct cooperative and commerce studies on the bank. He was later made the chairman of the Progress Bank, and the move made him consider starting his own banking sector. Eventually, he got his license and founded Diamond Bank, which upon retirement, he passed to his son Uzoma that merged them with Access. Now retired and a motivation to many aspiring billionaires, he enjoys his quiet time in his executive mansion and is driven in his fleet of expensive cars. His net worth is $700 million. And now we move down down to number 8, hailing from Nnewi in Anambra State, we have Cosmos Maduka. This successful business mogul was born and raised in Central North Jos. His hustling journey started right from a tender age when he had to step in as a man after the demise of his father when he was 4 years old. During his elementary days, he would sell akara, helping his mom who was struggling to support them, and the unbearable suffering made the then 17-year-old Maduka to move into business in desperation to take his family from the gutters. He started a small venture with his friend Dave called Cos Dave, but they parted ways subsequently, leading to him establishing the Cos Charis Group, a firm highly notable for manufacturing ICT, auto components, petrochemical, sales of automobiles, agro-allied business, and lots more. And like wildfire, he became an unstoppable force, doing any and everything to prosper. By 2015, he was the sole administrator of the BMW cars in the country. Imagine how much of a hot commodity he must have been, especially for an expensive car brand like BMW, and the first company to own an assembly plant for the internationally famous Ford Ranger in Nigeria. Another thing that the billionaire holds dear is his religious side. Today, his success needs no introduction, but commands respect as he moves in his fleet of cars like a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Jaguar XF, just but to mention a few. His net worth is at a whopping $800 million. Moving back to Anambra in Mbosi in Ihiala local government area to be precise, we have Allen Ohiema. At number 7, he was born in Benin, where he spent most of his early days. After his primary and secondary education, he gained admission into the University of Ibadan to study law, and 3 years after his graduation was called to bar. Starting his career, his family wanted him to become an oil and gas business mogul. In fact, his uncle, who was a marine officer at the time, was happy to help him start, but Allen had other plans for himself and moved to Lagos, where he was fortunate to meet a reputable chief who hired him in his law firm. Showing his capacities and his capabilities, he was promoted 2 years into working as the head of chambers. While he invested in his work, he was also invested in real estate and other growing businesses. So he moved on from the job and founded the Air Peace Airline in 2013. His philanthropic view was to create job opportunities for many Nigerians, and soon the airline was not only going on national trips but international ones as well to countries like Dubai, USA, India, Ghana, among many others. Although many have had 1 or 2 complaints about the services of the airline, but it doesn't affect the success of the billionaire who has bagged awards and can afford all the luxuries his heart desires while riding his convoy of luxurious cars such as a Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, Toyota Land Cruiser, among others. He has an outstanding net worth of $1.2 billion. At number 6 is the Ebonyi State CEO and founder of the ITO Group, Benedict Spicters, a renowned Pan-African billionaire with major stakes of his wealth coming from the oil and gas sector. After studying geography and regional planning, he was able to locate the oil well to his success by thinking outside the box of his career. He moved from various oil and gas sectors before finally founding his own, which over 10 years now, he has transformed ITO into one of the largest indigenous companies in Africa that produces fuel, also integrating into mining and developing of platinum, lithium, steel, copper, gold, and others through the Bravura Holdings. The oil mogul is also one of the Odogu landlords in Lagos State with a beautiful mansion with the rich and fabulously wealthy. He's an award-winning mogul with a highly religious lifestyle and driving cars like a Lexus RS, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, among many others. He has a whopping net worth of $1.5 billion. Next is the well-renowned businessman hailing from Onitsha Uku in Anocha South local government area of Delta State, Tony Elumelu. He is the executive of Heirs Holding, stakeholder at Transcorp, the United Bank of Africa, UBA, among others. He started his career path as a corporate in 1985, and in no time, he was deeply rooted in the financial market, becoming a man of great reputable status. While many are still struggling, he was already planning his retirement in 2010 from UBA to establish the Heirs Holdings, a successful firm. He is a financial expert with other investments in sectors such as real estate, hospitality, healthcare, power, oil and gas, all of which he has been met with great success, probably because he knows how to invest and what project was worth investing in. We better take note from him. Anyways, today he is well rooted and undeniably successful, not only drinking but living in the circle of well-successful men and women. But he, of course, always remembers to give back to the community through his foundation named after him. He drives in his fleet of cars a Range Rover Sport, a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, worthy of a businessman, just to mention a few. His net worth is a whopping $1.8 billion. At number 4 is the former governor of Abia State and of same origin himself, Orji Uzo Kalu. He was equally born there and raised through primary and secondary school at Aba and partly Zaria, Kaduna State. With interest in the north, he went to Maiduguri where he acquired a degree in political science. Unfortunately, because he was involved in the riot case, he got suspended, and instead of staying down, he began doing other businesses to stay afloat and finished his degree course at Abia State. Still, he furthered that business interest by studying business administration at Harvard University. The business he started during his suspension was a palm oil business, which shot his income up the scale, and some other small businesses, which eventually led him to becoming a stakeholder at a high level for companies such as SLOK, banking, shipping, oil trading, just to mention a few. But right from school, he has actually been into school politics. So now that he is older and richer, he joined the People Democratic Party (PDP) and became a chairman of PPA, eventually becoming the governor of Abia State. Well, all these accomplishments and more has allowed himself and family of 4 to live a forever luxurious lifestyle, having luxurious properties and in his fleet of cars, various Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The businessman's style, among others. His net worth is at a respectable $2.5 billion. At number 3 is a maker of 4, chairman and founder of the Chrome Group since 1994. This oil tycoon was born and raised in Kafachan, Kaduna State, although originally from Irefi or Rafite in a Kusigo local government area of Anambra State. In fact, he actually did some of his early education in the southeastern region. Dropping out of secondary school, he went to Warri, Delta State in hopes of finding any handwork and was employed with the Reefways Lines Nigeria Limited, a petroleum company that deals with the making of hydrocarbon binder derived from crude petroleum. His involvement in the company built a career curiosity, which led to the founding of his own multi-million-dollar conglomerate of companies that deals in oil and gas, logistics, insurance, broadcasting, telecommunication, power, and more, serving multiple other companies, both national and international, including Shell Petroleum Development Company, NIPP, FRSC, and many more. Chrome Group is also responsible for other auxiliary organizations and the incorporated Castec Engineering Limited, Keys 99.9 FM, Starcrest Nigeria, Kingsbury Trading Limited, and many others. He also runs a foundation where he runs his philanthropic works. A maker of 4 is a renowned billionaire married to his wife Adora Ufondu, and they together enjoy a luxurious lifestyle with houses all across and packaged in their garage a Toyota Land Cruiser, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, Lexus RS 350, amongst many others. He has a staggering net worth of $3 billion. Next on the list is a renowned businessman, entrepreneur, and humanitarian Cletus Ibeto. He was born and raised in Inewi City, Anambra. Although he got admission to secondary school, due to his father's command, he had to leave his academic dream and resume work as an apprentice for an auto repair shop while his mates were going to school and advancing. As a group, he did many odd jobs to be able to start his business, and during the time of Shehu Shagari, he got a life-changing breakthrough, becoming an import vendor whilst giving himself an education as he had always dreamt. He became a major vendor for auto parts. Soon he ventured into petrochemical refineries, making various petrochemical products such as oil, greases, and others. Today, with various sectors like the cement sector, among many other successful sectors, Ibeto is a renowned billionaire, owning every luxury he desires. With properties all over and in his fleet of cars, he owns a Rolls-Royce, Innocent IVM G40, Mercedes Maybach S-Class, among others. He has a net worth of $3.2 billion. And finally, at number 1 is Royal Highness, a politician, philanthropist, CEO of Atlas Oranto Petroleum, Prince Arthur Eze, also recognized as the Ozegbondu of Igbo, yet a humble and simple man. But not to mistake his royal status with his wealth, Arthur Eze was born in Ukpo Dunukofia in Anambra State, and after obtaining a secondary certificate, he bagged a degree in mechanical and chemical engineering at the California State University, after which he worked hard and eventually founded the Atlas Oranto Petroleum Company, considered one of the largest privately owned petroleum exploration and production companies in Nigeria, with 12 jurisdiction licenses across Africa. Prince Eze is known for his great philanthropic works. His money is usually spent on school donations, charity, governments. In fact, there was a time he donated 25 million naira for the Russia 2018 FIFA World Cup, which still having enough to live a wealthy lifestyle. Besides his wealth and success, he is a highly intellectual man, and top politicians often seek his counsel. While he keeps to his private life, he has a top-notch security team surrounding his lavish mansions all across the country, and also in a convoy of custom Rolls-Royces, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, Lexus 600, Toyota Hilux, among many others. He has a golden net worth of $5 billion. And that's it, guys. We've given to you our list of the top 20 richest Igbo billionaires in 2025. I pray for you guys, may you become the next billionaire in your family. Do want to drop an amen in the comments to claim this prayer. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories. Bye.